Hello and happy Tuesday, everyone. My name's Aubrey Weaver, and I'm a Senior Account Manager with Distributor Central. Thanks for joining us for today's co-branded webinar with StickerYou. Distributor Central is excited to bring you some tips for powering your 2021 sales with StickerYou products. Before we get started, I wanted to bring your attention to the GoToWebinar panel. You'll see a questions section. Please feel free to ask any questions in this area. We will do our best to answer your questions, but if we don't get to your question during the presentation, we will address it after the webinar. After StickerYou's presentation, I will show you how to feature StickerYou items on your DC hosted website. Now I'm going to turn it over to StickerYou.
Okay, awesome. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the webinar. So today we're going to be going over some great product trends that we're seeing happening this year. We're going to be going over our new products that we're releasing this year and some great market verticals for them. As well, we're going to touch on a new distributor-facing website, a new distributor tool that you can use to help speed up your sales process. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to my colleague, Mitchell, to kick us off.
Okay, so, as we all know, promo has had a difficult last year, and, certain people were struggling to find the right products to fit their needs and sell to their clients. So, one of the things that we found unique with StickerYou is that, where others were having difficulty, we found ways to adapt. And we did this by growing by 34% in 2020. It was primarily fueled by the adaptability of our die cut product technology with the value of our insightful content. A couple things I just want to keep on top of mind as we do this presentation is that we have almost no minimums on most of our products, so you can order as little as one. We do any shape, any size. We offer free samples for any of our products. So if you want to just order a sample, you can request, and then we can just send it over to you. We offer blind shipping, and we produce unbelievable content. And just on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see a bit of our breadth of our products. Within each of these categories, there's a series of subcategories of products. So we have stickers, labels, decals, temp tattoos, iron-ons, patches, clings, magnets, and badges. And if we want to head over to the next slide, as I mentioned before, StickerYou is first and foremost a technology company. So we're always capable of adapting to new product lines, new trends, and this kind of just gives you an understanding of how we print off our products and how we're able to print off low minimum order quantities. On the right, you'll see kind of different types of formats we offer and how we kind of batch the printing to reduce waste and have, I guess, more efficiency within our production times. You'll see sticker merchandise on the right. Those are a very kind of a new retail-focused product. You would just choose the sticker and then the packaging, and you can customize it to wherever you want. And then you have our die cut singles, which are one of our more popular products right now. These are very good promotional product for any company out there. And then you got our sticker page where you can mix and match as many designs onto one page. And that finishes this slide.
And actually, I'm going to jump in real quick here, Mitchell. One thing that we really want you guys to keep in mind is that since we do everything digitally, all of our products, there's no setup fee, no die cut charge, and everything comes with full color by default. So it's really simple to order with us. You don't really have to add on any additional fees or anything. You don't have to specify if it's one or two color printing. Everything is full color by default. Again, no setup fees, no die cut charges. And that's all made possible through the technology first approach that we take for our products.
So without further ado, we'll hop into our 2020 and 2021 product trends. So Ishwan, do you want to start off with the first slide?
Yeah, definitely. Employee recognition is a huge, huge trend that we started seeing at the end of last year, and I'm sure all of you guys here on the call, you've all experienced this in some way, whether it's you're working from home or your clients are requesting more of these products to send to their employees. But employee recognition is a huge, huge category right now, and we're seeing really great orders for this coming in the terms of, die cut stickers in different materials, vinyl, holographic, glitter. And again, you can order this in any shape and any size and any quantity. So this gives you a lot of flexibility in the clients that you can help, capture with this trend. Another really great part of this trend is the sticker sheet. So we've seen a lot of orders where a company will send out either a full page or a mini sticker sheet with a bunch of different, company culture items on there. Maybe it's their logo, some different sayings. So on the right image here, you can actually see that for StickerYou, we've got a bunch of these little emojis and bitmojis of everybody at the office that was sent out. And that really helps to just keep everybody connected in these times when we're all so physically distanced. And we really anticipate that this trend will only continue to grow as companies start moving more vertically and companies really shift to embrace the socially distanced work culture. Again, we've got a bunch of these different images. StickerYou actually has one of the largest sticker stores and sticker museums in the world here in Toronto, Canada. We partner with a bunch of local artists and international artists to produce this great art that we actually have in our art bank that you can leverage and use. So for example, this middle image that you see here, the sometimes you win, sometimes you learn, that was an image that was created by an artist that we helped modify with the SkyCorp logo. So things like this, you can really start to be able to provide some creative help to your clients who might want to do really great and interesting things, as everybody wants to do, but not a lot of people have the creative resources or time and energy to put into creating things like this. That's where StickerYou can really come in and help. And again, speaking about the employee recognition, on this page, you'll see the KubeCon and Cloud Native stickers. So we're seeing a really cool trend for any type of socially distanced event, any type of virtual event, really start to send out some physical products to people who are attending the event. So sticker sheets has been really, really popular there as well. And I'm going to send it back to Mitchell to speak about this next trend.
Sure. Actually, I just want to address one of the questions because I feel like it's important to let everybody know. This isn't a really common question. What is the difference between a sticker and a decal? Across the board, every company has typically a different way of terminology for stickers and decals and labels. For us, stickers and decals, they're kind of synonymous with each other. However, if you want to just make it simpler for this case, we consider a sticker, to be anything that is, I guess, small format, like more of a promotional product, and decals to be more focused on signage or larger format. That is kind of the two ways we usually split it up. But with other companies out there, they might call it different, something different. So we do our best to kind of make subcategories for each product, so we can kind of give you a better idea of what you're getting instead of kind of giving you this blanket category. But that's kind of how we make the difference between the two types of stickers. I hope that answers your question. Now into the product trends. So obviously PPE and COVID was a really, really big one this year. We saw a huge surge in floor decals and signage for stores and restaurants. One thing I do want to point out is that, we had the ability to give customers, low order quantities. So, with the changes in government restrictions from week to week, whether your hours changed, or the amount of space that you had to socially distance. This gave customers the flexibility to order at low quantities, so they can accommodate to the changing restrictions, and that they didn't have to order too much for themselves. One thing I also want to say is that our floor decals are non-slip, and they are removable. So when you do peel them off, there is no guck on the bottom of the surface or whatever it's being put onto. So there's no extra work needed there, and it's one of our best-selling products right now. And it's very similar to our clear decals, which you see on the left picture as well. And these are kind of some other customization enablers from PPE COVID that we saw from, I guess, COVID happening, people from working from home, people making masks. We saw a lot of clients order hand sanitizer and then custom branding them with their own labels. We saw that with Zoom, which you can see on the slide. We also saw that with iron-ons. Iron-ons became more popular because at the beginning of COVID, people were trying to find ways to customize their masks. And if they wanted screen printed, typically they would have to order, 1,000 or 500. And we essentially gave the capability of businesses to order, their own mask, pick whatever they want, and then order a sheet from us where they can just iron it on themselves. So it made it a lot more flexible for them. As a result, we saw 108% increase for iron-ons in 2020. So that was a really big bump for us. Iron-ons usually start around $15 per page and can get down to 20 cents to do $1 per iron-on. And then the labels, as I mentioned, with the Zoom hand sanitizers, a 2-inch size, range from 5 cents to 30 cents per label. And then you want to speak about this one?
Yeah, I'll speak a bit about the box branding. So again, this all plays back into everybody being so socially distanced and everybody being virtual, that a lot of times if you're working with a company who's in e-commerce, or if you're working with a retail company trying to pivot into the e-commerce space and really adapt their business model, this is a really, really great solution and option that you can provide them. So why is box branding important nowadays is that the box that a product comes in is oftentimes the first and one of the only physical touch points that a consumer has with the brand itself. Since you can't walk into a store and really get to experience that, the box that the product comes in is the next best thing. So your options for this would either be to go with a fully custom solution, but of course that is a little bit more expensive and comes at higher runs. Whereas with this type of trend, you can really capture that with box branding using either custom packing tape, stickers, and labels. So this is really great to have a logo, have some designs, and just stick it right on the package. And it really elevates it and helps really make that brand experience a lot better than if it was just a box. And this is something that we really start seeing some companies who do it really start to differentiate themselves from their competitors. And this is great. And this really plays into a lot of the trends we mentioned earlier. So, employee recognition, a lot of the virtual events, and things like that. And of course, PPE has been a huge driving factor behind why this is a great trend now. A special note on self-promo, direct mail is making a huge, huge comeback nowadays, again, because everybody's so virtual and because the box and the direct mail is really the only physical touch point that, a consumer or a client might have. So since that is coming back, self-promos, this is a great use, these products for self-promo uses. And it's great. We've seen a lot of distributors start taking advantage of that. And actually right now we are running a 15% additional 15% off of all self-promo orders. And we'll speak about that towards the end of the presentation as well. But again, yeah, box branding has been a really, really great trend this year. And then, yeah, of course, vaccination identifiers. You guys have probably already picked up on this trend. But again, this is going to be a really, really big trend, and it's already a really big trend. We started seeing a lot of orders come in for this. So, sticker sheets, even tattoo pages and tattoo singles can be a really great promo item for this trend. We first started seeing our first tattoo orders come out shortly after we started seeing these stickers come out. So our tattoo orders actually kind of being social distance. But now we're seeing that product again. It's just another really, really great promo product that you can suggest to clinics, hospitals, anything in the healthcare field. Another really interesting vertical for this is education, universities. A lot of these bigger institutions are bringing in their own healthcare workers to vaccinate their staff, their students, their employees. So this is a really, really interesting trend that we're seeing coming up with some really interesting verticals as well. And then finally, a more general trend, again, speaking to the whole social distance, things like that, delivering an online identity, really part of it. A lot of times we're seeing these that used to rely heavily on foot traffic visiting their stores or being able to get their word out there in a physical kind of world. Now, when they're doing deliveries, they're actually getting magnets, car magnets, decals to actually stick on their delivery vehicles and do things that way. So it's another great way and really easily and cheaply be able to brand these things. And again, online identity now with everybody being virtual. Again, we're on a virtual webinar right now, all the Zoom meetings and everything going on. It's just cool to be able to send the employees something that really helps them connect with one another. Again, going back to one of the first trends, employee recognition, but more about online identity and keeping people connected and showing everybody we're kind of on the same boat, and everybody being able to stay together in that way. So this is a really, really cool trend as well. Again, we think these have just started in 2020 and will really pick up this year, as well as just heading into the future as people are becoming more used to what is going on and kind of the world we live in now. And so those are kind of the big trends that we really saw, again, at the start of 2020, heading into 2021. But we think these trends are going to really just accelerate over the next few years. Now heading into the new products for 2021, I'm going to send this over to Mitchell.
Okay, so our clear die cut singles, this is one of our first products we launched, or new products that we launched this year, and we've had a really, really great feedback from this. This is very similar to our current die cut singles. Just the primary difference is that it's clear, so it is a different substrate. One thing I do want to remind you guys is that there is no minimum order quantities on these, so you can order as little as one. They are a strong, sticky, removable substrate. So like, as I mentioned, similar to the floor decals, you can peel them off with no guck. And you can also have the flexibility to make more designs with negative space. And with that negative space, it really makes whatever you're placing the sticker on pop. And it adds a whole other level of complexity. And I think that's about it. Yeah, and then we got our packaging pouches. Our packaging pouches are a really, really big one this year. We had a lot of feedback from a lot of our reps, always asking us about packaging pouches, primarily because we did all their labels. So they were always asking us for about where can I find these pouches? And we chose pouches because it's probably the most versatile type of packaging amongst different markets. So when we approach the packaging pouches, we want to make sure to give distributors the flexibility of ordering low quantities as well. So we have a minimum order quantity of about 100 units, and we offer them in 3 different colors and 3 different sizes. And the whole idea is that we want to make this a turnkey solution for your business. So you literally order the label and the pouch, and it comes to you pre-applied and ready to go, and you just put your product in there. And one of the major, market segments that we kind of see this growing in, and we had a lot of demand within the cannabis industry, but we also see it in coffee shops, e-commerce stores, and for product samples. We were even about a year ago, we were at the home brew show, and we saw a lot of home breweries wanting to use this custom packaging pouches at like lower quantities to hold different ingredients that require home brewing procedures. And then I think we covered that. And then here I just want to emphasize the kind of difference between the labeled and the printed. So typically with the screen printed, you'd have to sign on for, let's say 1,000 or 500 bags. And you have that one design and you'd have to stick to it. But with the labeled and the pouches together, you're able to order at about 100 at a time. This helps a lot of businesses that have different product SKUs that don't necessarily have the same scale as 10,000 or 5,000. They're able to kind of put different products with lower quantities into bagging and labeling, which really helps them out within smaller batches and different designs. And it, like as I mentioned before, it really helps customers who sell multiple products and don't necessarily focus on one major item. And then we got our lawn signs. So this one I was really, really excited about. Typically when you see your lawn signs, they're very traditional, they're square. And so you're very confined to the amount of creativity you can have with, putting something on a signage on a lawn. So we decided to go completely different direction, and we want to make it, give you guys the capability to die cut to the actual shape of the design. So we're offering these signs in any shape, any size, and no extra charge. These will have no minimum order quantity, so you can order as little as one. They'll be made of 4mm corrugated plastic, and we'll actually include the stakes as well. We're also seeing people ordering these not even necessarily for lawn signs, but just for signage for a birthday party or social distancing measures. But specifically for the lawn signs, we're really seeing a lot of demand in real estate, contractors, electricians, painters, and so on. We'll be selling them in 1- and 2-sided printing options, so you'll be able to do double-sided if you'd like, and they will be outdoor durable. And then do you want to go into the product extensions, Ishwan?
Yeah, definitely. So these product extensions that we've got coming up are just different variations of how we can produce the products that we already have now. So the first one that we've gotten a lot of requests for is a permanent adhesive on the die cut single. So this is the, our classic die cut that you've come to expect from StickerYou, but just a different adhesive. So versus our standard adhesive, so our standard adhesive can peel off without any gunk. It doesn't leave any residue behind. Whereas our permanent adhesive is extremely, extremely strong. Typically, we only recommend using a permanent adhesive. Obviously, if the sticker is going on, the sticker or label is going on something that won't need to be removed. So typically, we see a lot of use for permanent in more industrial uses. So on construction sites, branding hard hats, that is a huge, huge use for the permanent adhesive. On fire extinguishers, VIN numbers for trucks, any type of outdoor, garbage can use for the city. That's actually a huge use for the permanent. Now we're just introducing that adhesive in a die-cut single format. The next thing here is the craft and metallic rolls. So just new substrates that we're able to print on, and adding to the portfolio of materials that we have available for you guys to use for these roll labels. So now craft and metallic substrates. So that's going to be really, really exciting. And obviously the craft is a bit more of an environmentally friendly option for those of you with clients who are more environmentally minded. This is going to be a great solution for them. And now we're going to kind of wrap it up here and talk a bit about PromotedYou.com. So PromotedYou is a tool by StickerYou that's actually an online marketing tool that helps you accelerate your sales process. So on PromotedYou.com, you can get instant quotes, you can get free samples, and you can get all of our sales tools, PDFs, all white labeled, and everything in one place. And this is going to be, we think, is going to be a really, really great part to help you speed up your sales process and play a really important role in that. So one of the big features is, again, the archive of sales tools and materials. We're always adding new things on here. So everything here is white labeled. Everything here can be sent to your end client. So you'll find everything from product images to email campaigns, brochures, social media images, videos, GIFs. We've got everything on the site. Everything that we create is going to be on there. So for example, if you're looking for something for a presentation, if you're looking for something for your email campaign, you'll be able to find it on PromotedYou.com. And just a quick disclaimer, so PromotedYou is not its own separate entity. It's actually a part of StickerYou. We've just called it PromotedYou for the promo part specifically to be specific for the promo industry, but this is also an end user friendly site. So all of the pricing that's on here is all coded pricing. So that's why it's kind of PromotedYou. But again, you'll still need to reach out to StickerYou promo rep to finalize and make your order and do everything that way. PromotedYou is just a tool that you're able to get all these resources. Moving on to the next feature is the quote calculator. So right now, you're probably very familiar with getting a quote either by calling or reaching out to us at email. You can still use those two routes to get a quote, but now we're just introducing a new way for you to get a quote through the online quote calculator. This is available 24/7 on the PromotedYou website. And you can get a quote in as little as 1 minute. So it's really, really easy. All you need to do is input your product, choose your size, choose your quantity, choose where it's being shipped to, and then you're actually going to get your total with your subtotal cost as well as your shipping and handling. Again, we have no setup fee, no die cut charge, and everything comes full color by default. So there isn't actually an area for you to specify that on the calculator. And the reason why is because there's no extra charge for that. Again, if you're still wanting to call or email, you can do that. And we've actually set up a whole new email for the PromotedYou site, quotes@PromotedYou.com. And finally, the free samples. So the best way to experience StickerYou products and any type of these kinds of products is through samples. So we now have set up a self-serve sample section on the PromotedYou website. I really encourage you all to go on there and, just having some tech issues here. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I think my computer just shut down for a second. But again, the free samples, it's a self-serve free sample area on the website. You will need to be logged in, so you can create a free account. It takes under a minute to enter that info, but you can get free samples on the website. And I really encourage you guys to all go on to the PromotedYou website and get your free samples. So this will come with a range of materials, and it will also include the new products that we're coming out with. So eventually, once those products are rolled out and are live, samples for those products will make their way into the premium sample booklet available on PromoteDYou. And finally, this is a feature that is not launched yet, but we're working really hard on getting this up and running. So it should be launching spring 2021, so in the next few months, but this is a visualization tool. So we know how important presentations are to selling an idea to your client and really making ideas turn into a reality. So, but we also know how difficult and often time consuming it is to create great looking mock-ups. So we're working with our development team and our design team to create this visualization tool whereby you're able to upload one design and see it as a bunch of StickerYou products. So for example, here you're seeing the Stay 6 Feet Apart design visualized as a floor decal. In this slide, you're going to see the Killer Coffee design visualized as a bunch of different StickerYou products. So all of this will be available on PromoteDYou.com. You'll need to have a free account to be able to access it. And again, everything's white labeled. So for example, if you see this top left image, you're like, okay, this is great. My client's going to love this. You're free to just right click, download it to your computer, and then use it in your own presentation. So we think this is going to be a really, really strong feature that will help accelerate your sales process. And that is it for us. We're kind of wrapping up with our end of the presentation now. Again, we're doing a additional 15% off for all self-promo orders. Direct mail is making a huge resurgence, so that's why we really want to get this offer in front of you guys to be able to take advantage of that and connect with your clients in a physical way. So yeah, we really encourage you to go on to the PromoteDYou site, create a free account and get your samples there. And all the emails here are for you guys to use if you need to ask us any questions, send us anything. We will follow up with you with a version of this slide deck, as well as an unbranded version that you can use for your presentations to use for your clients. But without further ado, I'm going to pass this back over to Aubrey.
Great. Yeah, that was some great information. I think that a lot of the products that you guys offer give distributors the ability to work on new projects like COVID-related items, as well as add value to some existing projects like your box branding. I know that I get, when I do online purchasing, which everybody's doing a lot more of these days, a lot of times I'll get a cool set of stickers in the box with the product, which is always cool to keep. So awesome. Okay, I'm gonna switch back over to my screen, and then I'm going to show you guys how you can use DC tools to sell these products. So, okay. So now what we're looking at here is a Distributor Central distributor homepage. Distributor Central is a completely free tool for distributors, and it's provided by suppliers like StickerYou that are pro members with DC. They're basically sponsoring this for you. Within your Distributor Central account, we have a lot of tools. We have product research, ordering, we have an order management system. We have the ability for you to create websites, and on those websites feature all products or specific products. And in today's case, we're going to go ahead and look at a way that you can feature these products. I've created a template in DC that allows you to get a look at how you might be able to add these to your site. So if you look at this template here, I see that you have the ability to add a graphic for all of the different categories that StickerYou offers. And in those graphics, we can link to specific StickerYou's products. So I'll show you how to do that. And then you could also go ahead and link just to categories in your menu. So it just kind of depends on how you want to feature their products, but either way, add them to any website that you have, and it would pull up all their products in Distributor Central. So to get to that website graphics bundle, you would actually go to distributorcentral.com, and then under resources, you'll see graphics for your website. And it's this first one over here on the left, and you would just download it. It would download a zip file, and then you can go and add it to your website. So So if I go into my website here and click on Hosting Manager, I can find the site that I'd like to add it to, and then click on Manage. And then that will allow me to click on Edit here, and I'll be inside in my website editor. In the editor, you'll see that you can just double click on any section, including this carousel. And I've just preloaded these images, but all you have to do is click here on the image, upload those graphics here, and then once they're uploaded, you would just select them for each of these different slides that you'd like to use. And then you can link them. So to link them, we have a tool called Collections that allows you to quickly filter products. So if I go back to the websites and Hosting Manager, I have a product collection section here. If I hit Manage, I can create a collection for each of these different types of categories. So here, what I've already done is I've created a stickers category with just StickerYou products in it, as well as your vaccine stickers, roll labels, and floor decals. But I'm going to add in window decals and stickers here just to show you how this works. So I'll just click Add a Product Collection, and I will name it Window Decals and Stickers. And then in the filter, I will search by supplier first and just use StickerYou. Select StickerYou and hit Save. And I'll do another filter, and I'll do it by keyword. And I'll just do a simple keyword for window and hit Save. And then I just have to hit Publish to publish that to my site. And then finally, I just have to link it. So if I go back and edit the site, just again, double click on the carousel where I've added my images. And I haven't linked this last one, the window decals. So where it says no link selected, I'm going to hit Pick Link. And I'm going to hit Add New Link. Name it Window Decals or Window Stickers, whichever. And then hit Generate Search Link. And find that collection I just created. So these are all the collections that I have on the site. Once I have that, and I hit Generate Link, Save, and then just simply find it in my list. And now I've attached it to this slide. If I hit Save, and then go back to my site, now I can see that all of these slides that you guys have available now link directly to only StickerYou products that fit that category. So that's just one easy way that you could take some of the categories and the products that they've showed you today and add it to your DC site. See if there's any questions here. Yeah, I think we've covered at most every question, and if there are any questions that we haven't covered, we're all going to be following up after the webinar, so we'll be able to get back with you if we missed your question during the webinar today. But I think that that covers everything today, and we'll be sending you a recording of the webinar after we get done with it later on today. So I appreciate you guys attending, and have a good afternoon. Thanks.